The purpose of this video is to teach you visual measuring. Well, let me scooch this over. So you're going to want to get these black forms out, and then you're going to need some sort of stick or ruler. I tend to use one that doesn't have markings on it, but some people prefer to have the markings. And then I am shooting this with my paper straight up so that you can see me draw the form. But you will have to transfer it to a paper that's sitting on your tabletop. So the first thing that you do with visual measuring is basically you can measure visually by just holding a ruler in space, getting the marking, and then coming over, and you'll have to excuse me, I'm doing all of this through the camera view, over to your paper. So that is how tall, hold on, let me pull this down so you can see it. That form is, and then this is how wide that form is. And then, oops, went too far. I can double check my work. So the height, my arm, by the way, is straight out from my body. If I go forward, lean backwards or lean forwards, I'm gonna change my answer. So my back is straight, my arm, see if I do this with my arm, I'm gonna change my answer. Arm is straight, back is straight, height, yep, that's what I have, and width, yep, that's what I have. I can also use this to get angles. So arm is straight, back is straight, I'm lining up, see how I'm lining it up right on that edge. So visually this edge isn't like that, it's lined up. I then can take that angle, keeping my arm straight, keeping my body straight, and I can place it on the paper. Okay, sorry about that. So now I can do the other angle. So again, you gotta be careful. It's really easy to start Harry Pottering your, like, whatever you're drawing. Your device will slowly start pointing at it, and you're like, waha, Leviosa, right? You gotta keep it straight so it's perpendicular to the earth, and then you're lining up right on that edge, and then you're transferring that angle over here. You know you've done it correctly if these two dots match. If you were to bring your angle over here, so you took your measurement, let's say this was my measurement, and I went over here and I'm like, whoa, this and this line and this line, like, that's not right. Like my ruler should naturally want to connect those two. That's a sign that either your height was done wrong or your width was done wrong. Once you have this done, the next thing you can do is to look at the curve. So if I take my ruler, I go down, so I only see the curve. So I'm covering up, I'm resting the ruler right on that line, and I can see how big that curve is, and then this, I just kind of eyeball in. You can use the same technique after you conquer that one to head to a more complex shape. This, again, you will take the width here, the height here, and then if you do all of your angles correct, you will be able to get these to line up. This is what everyone must do. Completing this is what everyone can do. But don't be upset if this doesn't look quite right. Most people need several practices before they get one that's proportionately accurate. And so allow yourself 2 or 3 oopsies before you get one that works. Make sure you're asking your instructor if you're not able to figure out visual measuring.